Today, we are going to explain about one more important dynasty in Andhra Pradesh history, that is Vishnu Kundalini. Okay. After Ikshvakas, the next dynasty Vishnu Kundalini. Okay. You see, above Krishna, after Ikshvakas, Krishna surrounding areas were ruled by Bruhatpalayana, Ananda Gotrija, Shalankai. Yes. Around of Krishna, Prakasham, Guntur, Krishna district, up to coastal area. Bruhatpalayana, Ananda Gotrija, Vishnu Kundalini. Bruhatpalayana, so Bruhatpalayana, Ananda Gotrija, Bruhatpalayana, Ananda Gotrija, and Shalankai. So, these, for example, you see, this is Andhra Pradesh area. Just you think like this, Andhra Pradesh area. This is Krishna River. Okay. So this is these areas were ruled by Bruhatpalayana, Ananda Gotrija, and Shalankai. But this area was ruled by Vishnu Kundalini. This area. That means Nalgonda, Rangareddy, and Krishna, East-West Godavari, some of the areas. So above Krishna River, it was ruled by Vishnu Kundalini. So surrounding of Krishna, Guntur, East-West Godavari, and coastal areas, and Prakasham, Guntur, like this. These all the areas, even the Karnool also. All the areas were ruled by Bruhatpalayana, Ananda Gotrija, Shalankai. The contemporary kingdom of these three kingdoms, that is Vishnu Kundalini. So Vishnu Kundalini was ruling above Krishna River area, above Krishna. This. So now we are going to explain about Vishnu Kundalini. So what is the native place of Vishnu Kundalini? What is the native place of Vishnu Kundalini? So Vishnu Kundalini's native place is Vinukonda. The original place of Vishnu Kundalini. The birthplace of Vishnu Kundalini is Vinukonda. So from Vinukonda only they migrated to Nalgonda, Rangareddy, Karimnagar, Khammam, Warangal, and Andhra area. That's why the original birthplace of this Vishnu Kundalini, that is Vinukonda. So that Vinukonda gradually became Vishnu Kunda. So Vinukonda gradually became Vishnu Kunda. So that's why they became Vishnu Kundalini. So you remember the birthplace of Vinukonda. The birthplace of Vishnu Kundalini, that is Vinukonda. Okay. Now you see, they established the kingdom in Nalgonda up to Mahbubnagar, Warangal, Khammam, Krishna, and east-west, little part of east-west, Krishna and Guntur areas also. And all these, Vishnu Kundalini, Shalankai, Vinukonda, Vishnu Kundalini, Shalankai, Ananda Gotrija, and Bruhatpalayana, all these are contemporary. Right. So I would like to explain some of the important points regarding Vishnu Kundalini. So what are the important points? What are the islands? What are the highlights of the Vishnu Kundalini? Right. Now, I want to explain the highlights or important points. So, founder of Vishnu Kundalini dynasty. Who was founder? Founder of Vishnu Kundalini dynasty. Who was founder? So, who was the founder of Vishnu Kundalini kingdom? That is Indravarma. Indravarma. So, the founder of Vishnu Kundalini, Indravarma. Right? The founder of Vishnu Kundalini, Indravarma, also called Maharajendra Varma. Also called Maharajendra Varma. Also called Maharajendra Varma. So, also called Maharajendra Varma. Indra Varma as well as Maharajendra Varma. Right? Important ruler. Important ruler. Who was important ruler? So I request every aspirant, whenever you start the dynasty, whenever you start to study the dynasty, first of all, you study the important points. First of all, you have to study the highlights. When you study the highlights, then only you can understand the lesson. That's why first you have to understand highlights. What are the highlights? What are the important points? So don't forget everybody. Don't forget. So if you forget important points, we will not be able to understand the further syllabus. So first of all, we should discuss, we should know about the important points or the highlights of the kingdom. Right? Yeah. So important one. Who was important ruler? Second Madhavarma. Second Madhavarma was important ruler. Second Madhava Varma. You know, he was very, very important ruler because he defeated Shalankaina's Ananda Gotriya's son. He defeated Shalankaina's Ananda Gotriya kingdoms and he occupied so many areas. Second Madhava Varma. So, he is the famous ruler. He is the important ruler in Vishnu Kundalini dynasty. So, last ruler. Who was last ruler? Manchana Bhattaraka Varma. Manchana Bhattaraka Varma. Manchana Bhattaraka Varma. He was the last ruler. Manchana Bhattaraka Varma was last ruler. Once I am telling you. The founder of Vishnu Kundalini dynasty, that was Indravarma, also called Maharajendra Varma, the important ruler. And founder of this Vishnu Kundalini, Indravarma, Maharajendra Varma, founder. And important ruler, second Madhavarma. Last one, Manchana Bhattaraka Varma. Manchana Bhattaraka Varma. And emblem, what is royal emblem? What is royal emblem? What is royal emblem? Lion. Lion. Lion was the royal emblem of Vishnu Kundalini. Okay. You know, these are the devotees of Sri Parvata Swami. Sri Parvata Swami. Devotees of Sri Parvata Swami. Right? Vishnu Kundalis are devotees of Sri Parvata Swami. You know what is Sri Parvata Swami? Here, Sri Parvata Swami is Sri Shaila Mallikarjuna Swami. Sri Shaila Mallikarjuna Swami. So, Sri Shaila Mallikarjuna Swami, that is called Sri Parvata. You know, Sri Parvata. Sri means Lakshmi, Parvata, Sri Parvata. Sri Shailam. That is why they are called the devotees of Sri Parvata Swami. So, devotees of Sri Parvata Swami. And then official language. What was the official language? Sanskrit. Official language, Sanskrit. Official language, Sanskrit. You remember, after the first Andhra kingdom, having official language, Sanskrit. But you see, Shatavahanas, they have official language, Prakruta. Even the Ikshvakas, they have official language are Prakrita. In the ending period, they have Sanskrit. But total Swakas have no Sanskrit official language. Just ending rulers, they introduced Sanskrit in official language. But Vishnu Kundini's total dynasty, total rulers followed Sanskrit as official language. They maintained Sanskrit as official language. So, Vishnu Kundini's official language was Sanskrit, right? And religion, what was the religion? Religion. So, religion means, you see, Vedic religion. Vedic religion. So, Vaishnavam and Shaivam, both are there. Vaishnavam and Shaivam. Both religions are there. So, Vedic religion, they followed Vedic religion. So, that may be Vaishnavam and Shaivam. They worship Shiva as well as Lord Vishnu. Right? Now, the capitals. What are the capitals? So, here you see the different opinions are there. First capital, so first capital, capitals. First capital, Indrapala Nagaram. Indrapala Nagaram was first capital. Of course, there are different opinions. According to P.V. Parabrahma Shastri, Indrapala Nagaram was first capital to Vishnu Kundini. According to P.V. Parabrahma Shastri, so Indrapala Nagaram was the first capital to Vishnu Kundini. Right? What is that? Indrapala Nagaram, also called Tummalagudam. So Tummalagudam, it is in Nalgonda district. Ramannapet Mandal. So Ramannapet Mandal. Indrapala Nagaram as well as Tummalagudam. The old name was Indrapala Nagaram. But new name is Tummalagudam, Peda Tummalagudam. Right. So this is Indrapala Nagaram or Indrapuram. But popularly known as Indrapala Nagaram. Right now it has the name Pedatummalagudam. Where it is, this is Nalgonda district, Ramannapeta Mandal. While going to Bhuvanagiri from Ramannapet. Meanwhile, Tummalagudam is there on the way. Now, right now at present, it has the name Pedatummalagudam. But the oldest name, the Vishnu Kundini capital name, Indrapala Nagaram. Now it becomes Tummalagudam. And according to P.V. Parabrahma Shastri, Indrapala Nagaram is the first capital. Of course, it is the first capital. No doubt at all. Okay, because first founder, who was the founder? Indravarma. Indravarma built this town. And the name of Indravarma became Indrapala Nagaram. It became Indrapura. No doubt at all. Indrapala Nagaram is the first capital. Or Indrapura is the first capital. Indrapala Nagaram or Indrapura. And they have second capital also. Kisara. In Rangara district. Right now it is in Mechal district. Kisara. So previously it was in Rangara district. At present it is in Mechal district. Kisara. It is the second capital. According to V.V. Krishna Shastri, Kisara is first capital. But actually, Indrapala Nagaram is the first capital. You remember, don't have any confusion. Okay, there will be different opinions. Of course, there will be different opinions. But we should finalize. Concepts. So I am telling you the final concept. first capital is Indrapala Nagaram, no doubt at all. You keep it Indrapala Nagaram first capital. And second, Kisara. Where is Kisara? It is in Rangareddy district. Where is Kisara? It is in Rangareddy district in Telangana. Indrapala Nagaram, it is in Telangana. Kisara also, it is in Telangana. And third capital, Amaravati. Third capital was Amaravati. Actually, the first name of Amaravati, Dhanya Katakam. Dhanya Katakam. After that, Dharanikota, Dhanya Katakam. But in the period of Vishnu Kundinis, that Dhanya Katakam, Amaravati, that Dhanya Katakam, Dharanikota name changed as Amaravati. In Vishnu Kundinis period only, that name was changed. In Vishnu Kundinis period only, Dharanikota, Dhanya Katakam. Dhanya Katakam means Katakam area. Dhanya means it has been producing lot of paddy. Because Dhanya Katakam on the bank of Krishna river. Absolutely, Dhanya Katakam is on the bank of Krishna river. So it has great fields, paddy fields. So it has been producing paddy very much. That's why it's called Dhanya Katakam. And Buddhist Shatavana period, in the Buddhist period, in Shatavana period, Dharana, they, what we can say, Dharanikota means Dharanulu means Buddhist philosophy. That may be Buddha parts, body parts. Buddha body limbs. Okay. So that limbs were buried in that area. They kept in the earth. So that is called Dharanulu. Because of that Dharanu, it's become Dharanikota. Dharanulu, that means Dharanikota. Dhanya Katakam, old names. Dhanya Katakam means it has been producing lot of paddy. So Dhanyamu, Dhanya Katakam, right. Dharanikota. So Dharanulu, they planted, they kept in the earth soil. Dharanulu, Dharanikota. But in the period of Vishnu Kundinis, it became Amaravati. Why? Because second Madhavarma constructed Amareshwara temple. There is a Amareshwaram, one of the, what is that? Pancharama temple. Yes, Amareshwara temple is one of the Pancharama temple. Do you know? In Andhra Pradesh we have Pancharamas. Remember? In Andhra Pradesh we have Pancharamas. You know Pancharamas? Do you have idea about Pancharamas? Yeah, Pancharamas. Amararamamu, Draksharamamu, Bhimaramamu, Kshiraramamu, Komararamamu. These are the five Shaiva temples. Amararamamu is Amaravati. Draksharamamu, Draksharamu, East Godavari. Bhimaramu, Bhimavaram, West Godavari. Kshiraramamu, Palakollu, West Godavari. And Komararamamu, Samirapota, East Godavari. These five, the famous Shaiva temples, these are called Aramas. One of the Aramas, that is Amaravati. So, what is the god in Amaravati? Amareshwaram. Amareshwaram means Shiva. Amarapuri. So, it's become Amaravati. In the period of second Madhavarma, the temple was constructed and also changed the name as Amaravati.